Well, listen, first of all, thank you for taking the time to speak to us today. It's a glorious day. Paul, first of all, how far along into the script was it when Eric agreed to do the movie? And was it always Eric, or was there any other footballers that you were thinking of?
It was the other way around, Mike.
Yeah.
Eric came to see Ken because he loved his films, and he came with an idea about a real relationship, about a fan following from Leeds to Manchester. And that would have been a very interesting story too, but it was actually gave us more freedom to actually, create this character, Eric Bishop, and who has an imaginary relationship with Eric. And so we talked to Eric about the possibility of doing that. And so the first step, that's why we have at the beginning of the film, it all began with a beautiful pass from Eric Cantona to remember that. And but very soon we came to an understanding about the tone of the film, that there'd perhaps be kind of tragic moments in it, but there would be a great deal of sense of humour and fun. Eric was he was really prepared to laugh at his own public persona. We had a lot of fun just imagining scenes, and so that was really the key to it. And secondly, having some sympathy and understanding for the fictional character Eric Bishop, someone who was overwhelmed by his life, who's slipping through his own fingers, who is, unlike Eric, had no confidence in himself at all. So once we talked about that and had the tone, it was actually it was a great project. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And for Eric, when you came onto the film, were you aware that you would be playing a kind of parody of yourself, a certain area of yourself, or did you think you'd be playing a character, or were you always aware that you would be playing yourself?
Well, I had the freedom to write his own story. So it took that freedom to write his own story, which is completely different than the initial one, which is much better, because it's a great film.
You get to actually develop the characters together.
Yeah, so I was ready to play the part Paul decided to develop. And I'm very glad and proud of the part developing myself. And not only that, but a bit of that. And I really enjoy to. When I read it for the first time, I really enjoyed it. And on the set, it was a great experience.
And how did you find working with Ken? Because it seems Ken is kind of huge in France and not as big in England, and you're kind of huge in England, but maybe not as well known in France as you would be in England.
Yeah.
So how did you find working with Ken?
After this, I think after this movie, everything will change. For me in France and for him in England.
Really, it's going to be huge everywhere. But it must be strange having somebody direct you when you obviously you're playing it's like parody of yourself, but when you're playing yourself, how is it have somebody directing you, being you, or being a version of yourself?
It's different kind of work. Yeah. Playing other characters in other movies. It's with time we find our own way to work. Even if it's different characters, we can hide behind another character. But in this one, it was me, and I felt a bit pressure, because in life we live in spontaneity. We don't look at ourselves. And when we play, we have to say lines, and like if it's the first time we say it, but when you have to play yourself and to say it for you, say it for the first time. It gives you more pressure, I think. So it was important because when we arrive on the set, we need that confidence come from the work. So it was a different work, and I spoke a lot with Ken, with Paul. I asked questions myself to find this confidence. But it was very different. And the first day I had the confidence to enjoy it. Yeah, we helped each other.
Because obviously the majority of your scenes are with Steve.
Yeah.
And is it true that Steve didn't know you were going to be in the scenes until you turned up on the day of filming?
Yeah, because Ken shoot in sequence. Me, I was co-producer. So I read the script first. I was the only one all the other actors didn't read the script, or shot in the sequence, didn't know that we appear in the films. But when he's in front of my poster on the wall, I've been hiding, and I came and I scored a turn. So, and Ken has his reaction that, there is the genius of Ken that nobody explains it. But there is some details can give you information why his movies and actors are so real. It's like a documentary. So like people are shooting at the house every day. That's an example.